Hey y'all, this is the how to install your lace wig at home. Today I'm doing the got to be glue method, which is easier, beginner friendly for anybody who is just starting off. You can take it off with water, which is much easier than taking it off with alcohol. It's not as messy because once you rinse it off with water, it comes off. But first off, I'm starting off with the got to be glue gel, putting over the freeze spray. And I really should have waited did this because by the time I get to actually putting the wig on, it's going to take a little bit. So just ignore the first part, but I'm showing you the wig first, and I didn't add my foundation to tint my lace. So the very first step I'm going to do is try to tint my lace. And the purpose of tinting your lace is really for it can really melt down into your skin to make it blend better. Most people have a tinting spray, which I do, but for video purposes, for an easier beginner friendly video, I'm using a powder foundation, which most women have a powder foundation, which makes it easier for them to tint their lace with. At the beginning, I told y'all to ignore the gel and the freeze spray, but you only ignore it if your wig is already customized and your lace is tinted and you're ready to install. But for this video, I didn't do that, so my gel and my freeze spray had already dried up at this time. So with me putting on my wig, I have to go back and add my gel and add my freeze spray some more. So right here, I am just pinning up my baby hairs and everything else because, you know, we don't want our baby hairs in our gel and in the glue and everything else because it's gonna get really messy. So just pull all of that back, whether you have a hair tie, a hairpin, or anything else, just pull it back, even a comb. And the little bit that's not dried up, I am gonna try to comb it through, but I'm gonna eventually go back and add some more freeze spray to get it stick. Now, instead of taking your fingertips in your hand or your scarf to press down the glue into the lace, you're going to take your comb and comb through it backwards. Make sure you comb through it backwards, sort of like a natural stroke. Don't press down too much with your fingertips, just use your comb to press it down. Okay, yay, one side is done. Let's move on to the next. Now, just like the other side, I am going to cut off my ear tabs and comb it through. And then after this process, I'm gonna wrap my scarf around it and I am going to let it dry for about 15 minutes. You wanna make sure it's dry before you actually cut off the lace. Now, to cut off your lace the best, I like to use an eyebrow razor. You can get it for $1 anywhere, but try to use an eyebrow razor because you can really get close to the scalp instead of using scissors, because scissors tend to leave extra lace on there. But if you have an eyebrow razor, use that instead of scissors. Now, with your got to be glue, you're going to take it and put it underneath all the other pieces of lace that didn't get molded down. And then you're going to take your comb and just pat it down gently. Now it's time to customize the front. So I'm just taking out a few strands of baby hairs, and I usually don't do it like this. I usually take all of my edges out, but this time I'm just taking a few of the sides in the front and of course my sideburns. And I'm gonna just cut it. I'm gonna use mousse, the Lotta body holding the setting spray mousse to actually mold everything together. Wrap my scarf to it after I cut my baby hairs, and you will see the results. Now I'm taking the same finishing powder and filling in the gaps that I left out that I didn't use for my baby hairs. And I'm just fill in those gaps so nobody can really see my lace as much, because this was sort of a brown lace in my opinion. So I'm just taking my makeup and just filling in the gaps and then applying the mousse. And then once I actually swoop my baby hairs, I'm gonna take my scarf over and I'm gonna let that sit until about 15 minutes so it can dry. that is how you install a lace wig. And I hope y'all enjoy. If you're new to my channel, thanks for watching. And if you haven't already done so, subscribe please. And if you like it, give me a thumbs up. Why not? I mean, you watched the whole video by now. But thanks for taking some notes, and I will be back soon with another video.